Hi, how are you this fine day? Blue skies are back, so that's wonderful. See, sort of see the mountains, or at least the outline and a little bit of a tree, right? So I guess this is all positive for us, anyways, not necessarily for where the fires are and or the firefighters or those that are losing everything they have due to fire. So, ah, what is happening? Some it's interesting. The news, the not the news on like global, not that news, the real news. It's interesting and heartbreaking and overwhelming and all the things. So um I am, I'm not an anti-vax or an anti-masker. I'm very much a you do you, but be cautious. Anyway, so the federal, the new mandate, new law, the new, what are they up to, I mean, I've known there's a hidden agenda all along. I'm aware. Um, you know, I happen to believe in vaccinations. That's how we wiped out polio and all the other things, diphtheria and etc. Right? That's how we stop those things from spreading throughout the world. You know, the hidden agenda to turn Canada into a communistic country. Hey, well, I mean, you need a passport of proof of full vaccination. They're still not sure whether mixed vaccinations will qualify. They're not sure if this one will qualify. They're not, and you're going to need it to work. You're going to need it not just for travel. Okay, they're talking about so that you can have a job. They're talking about so, you know, you can access concerts and restaurants. So yes, communism. you know um I don't hear a whisper about what they're willing to do for those who cannot get vaccinated, people on chemo or autoimmune diseases and etc, babies, etc. No, their hidden agenda is coming to light. I heard rumors that in other countries, or in a country somewhere, um, you have to have a tattoo to prove you've been vaccinated, and to also be able to get into the grocery store. And you don't get to go to the grocery store until your lot is called. And there is no rations, there's no, you know, whatever's left when your number comes up, well, hopefully it's enough of what you might need. Not still want to buy your. I got some carrots dehydrating today. Yeah, not working on that. I am going to make some more canned things as well. And yes, I'm not got my rain barrel yet though, so I'm a little nervous about that because it's supposed to rain a little bit tomorrow. Yeah. I know I say that um, I don't involve in the news, and I try not to do this, and I try not to do that, and I just watch mindless Netflix, right? Um, there are some news feeds I watch, okay, and they're independent, and they're not wrong. And anyway, that's where this information has come from. And, I don't know how it's going to look for those who are not vaccinated. And I don't think it's fair that they're being forced to choose vaccination so they can eat or work, basically live. So what does that look like if you're not vaccinated and you actually need this passport that October the 1st, by the way? That's how soon. I hope your ducks are in a row, my loves. I've been trying to tell you for a little while now, grow a garden, get a rain barrel. Get your yard in order. I don't. Yeah, so this is not what they're saying on Global. I purposely went over and watched the news at my parents' last night after I dropped my youngest off at the airport. It was a wonderful visit. Baby girl is growing wonderfully, and mommy's doing okay. So, yeah. I mean, they touched a little bit about this passport thing. Then this is, oh my goodness, interviewed a whole bunch of people in Toronto, where I believe a lot have not been vaccinated. A lot walked out because they didn't want a lesser brand of vaccination, et cetera, right? They wanted the Pfizer or nothing, so now they're interviewing people and they're like, oh yeah, this passport's a great idea. How much did they pay you to say that? I mean, if it's for travel, international travel, I get it. Okay, I understand that countries wanted to protect their countries, from the so-called COVID. Am I questioning that now? Oh, you bet your bottom dollar I'm questioning whether COVID is real or not now at this point. I mean, you got to have Thanksgiving, you got to have Easter, you got to have your summer. Now the numbers are climbing. They're going to lock us down in the fall, and then we'll have Christmas, okay? And then they'll lock us down again. We get Christmas and New Year's, and then that's it until what? Oh, maybe Valentine's Day, but probably just Mother's Day, so you can go hug your mom again. They are implementing the fear that the Nazis implemented. Okay? If you scare them enough, and you get them scared enough, they'll do as they're told. I know I normally refuse to talk about my conspiracy theories, but I don't believe this is a conspiracy anymore. I mean, it's out there. It's out there. I was asked if I did vaccination. Yeah, I did. I did for my parents, and I did for future generations, hoping that, one of my children who's autoimmune, who cannot get the vaccination, hoping that this would cover her but I was mistaken. I didn't look at the bigger picture, So maybe there's something to the vaccination oxidizing, who knows? I don't know. I'm expecting side effects. I have ever since the first jab. And, I joke about it. Oh, I'm just waiting to, just waiting to see when I drop dead from this antivirus, this anti-vaccine, right? Yeah. Oh, truly I am. It's not a joke. I'm serious when I say that. I truly am. You know, regardless of why I did or did not do anything, what is going on. Look into it. Look into getting your food stocks up. Look into finding a water source. Look into an energy source. Look into these things, my love. You have to. No, I'm sorry. That was really, really, actually very forward of me. You don't have to do anything. This is what I am doing, you know. And the other day, my mom said, "Do you really feel like you need to hoard food?" I says, "Mom, I'm not hoarding food. I'm dehydrating my foods. You know, I'm preparing." And I just read out and told them last evening after I watched the news with them, and nothing was said about this country and what is happening with the tattoo and the groceries and everybody fall into line. You know, I said this, you know, and she's like, "Where do you watch your news?" Right? My father just looked at me and I said, "Look into it. Okay, there's independent newses out there. Look into them. They hold no bars, so be cautious of what you watch, because it's like this is happening in front of our faces, you know, but the fluff is over here about, oh no, phase 4 is coming. Oh yeah, maybe phase 4 is coming. Maybe this is a real thing. I don't know, you know, but we're going to look at that. Or we're going to look at, you know, oh, the Catholic Church is, you know, we gotta, you know, or we gotta, you know, look at all the fluff. Do not look at this, right? You know, oh, but they're talking about the federal election, and if things don't change, then maybe they'll have to look at a different leader, and you know, a couple of people have dropped out of the running. One because he got drunk one time and somebody knew about it, and DUI, 2 DUIs. No, actually, the second one wasn't real. Okay, so he fucked up once in his life. You know, the other one, she was asked by her party to step down and leave because she has some boudoir photos. Yeah, I know a few people who have done this. Boudoirs, little albums for their husbands on anniversaries. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's absolutely okay to have Baywatch slow-mo running and the bonankas are bouncing in her face, but you can't have boudoir private photos. Control, 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 control. Prepare yourselves or not. It's just, are you aware that this is happening out there? You know, pipeline. Yes. You know, planet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be all right. Evolution is happening, by the way. She froze, now she's gonna burn. The cycle of life is happening to the planet. That's what's going on. Global warming and the environment. And I haven't heard one comment about the environmental detrimentalness of these forest fires. Not one. Not one. I'm not one comment about you gotta build a big vacuum and suck all the smoke out of the air because it's not good for the environment. One eruption of a volcano, one eruption will put enough pollutants in the air that is equivalent to 6 months 6 months to a year of the pollution we as humans put into the air. So, oh, and please don't think for a minute I'm hating on the planet, because I'm not. I'm the first person to tell you to please recycle and compost and grow a garden, collect rain. But I'm trying to get some perspective here on what's going on in the world with our government, the government, your government. I guess I live here too, so our government, right? Like, well, on September the 30th, we're gonna have a day of recollection, acknowledgement, something for the indigenous. Cool. Along with that, you stopped all the other bullshit too, right? Like, fluff. Look at the fluff. Look at the fluff. Oh shit, you're all getting too rowdy again. COVID's bad, we gotta lock you down when numbers are up and we're shutting everything down again. Do you not think that they don't have a legitimate reason as to why they want to start controlling this? All of it. Worldwide. They have to. This is not, I guess it's sort of, kind of what I wanted to share, but at the same time, I've been trying to change the content on my platform, like to just be, this is me, this is what I'm doing, this is my journey, but this is also part of my journey, preparing myself for the inevitable evolution of mankind. And of course man's interfering with it, so it's just going to be like a million times worse than the natural evolution of life. You're drinking your water, right? Oh, another thing I've been doing, by the way, I guess I could have shared this with you guys. My masks, right? I wet them with cold water. I dampen, like I wet them and I wring them out. And I wear those when I go out into the smoke, and it really helps filter out the smoke. And it's been better, like when I have to go out there, right? Like, I mean, today's better, but last few days were not so great and so unhealthy. I had to lock my house down and turn on my air, and I just really did not enjoy that at all. But I mean, I think the main incentive of that was my youngest and baby girl in her. So, okay, like keep all the poisons out and keep them safe and cool, because it was ridiculous temperature wise as well. It was we broke record. We broke in the month of July. We broke records of hottest in 142 years. Broke records, so yeah. So now I'm gonna walk away from the news and all that for a little bit again, and put my mind back into the sand, put my head back in the sand, and watch mindless Netflix. Then that way, I don't have to know any more than I've already known. Nothing more than I already thought or projected or had a gut feeling, whatever word you want to use. My own, okay, I think this is happening, so I'm going to just start preserving and dehydrating and things. So, yeah. do, well, there's a few things I want to do this evening when it cools off. It got a little warm out there, so I stopped messing around out there. Yeah, there's some things I want to tend to in my yard. I want to get some of those leaves raked up. It's just heartbreaking, the death from the heat. Like, I have enough leaves out there. You'd think that the fall leaf drop has already started. Anyways, those are going to go in my compost because they're like brown, but there's still a little bit of moisture in them, so I'll throw a layer in there. Yeah, and there was something else I wanted to do. I don't remember what it was, so that sucks. It was probably something I really wanted to do when it cooled off. It's definitely a little bit of yard work. And yeah, coffee time. It is 3 o'clock coffee time. So I guess that's my cue. Put the kettle on, make myself a cup. And really wish you guys peace and blessings, and self-care. Be true to yourself, and do some digging. Find some info, see what's happening. Ready yourself for it. Okay. Love you all. Bye for now.